Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq. Joining me is John Phillips, co-founder of PredictIt, the stock market of politics. And John, we're coming back to Donald Trump again, and whether or not he's going to run in 2024, and if in fact he can even get the party's nomination. And of course, it's always interesting to follow these things and see how it changes from week to week.
Right. So Donald Trump is now the center of attention again, even though he's no longer in office, of course. And the discussion is about, will he run, as you said, Jill? And then if he does run, will he be the Republican nominee?
And what are you seeing? Does it appear that he may run again in, I guess, 3 years, 3.5 years?
Okay. So this is interesting. So anybody can say they're running, but to file the paper to run for office, that's how PredictIt determines the odds on this particular event occurring, with traders taking both sides. Yes, he will file before the end of 2021, or no, he will not file before the end of 2021. And traders are unconvinced, especially after the CPAC speech, that Trump will file the papers to run for 2024 in 2021, meaning before the end of this year, will he file the papers to officially run as president? Only 15% odds that he will file those papers. However, if you shift to, will he be the nominee, irrespective of when he announces he's going to run, that changes. Trump is clearly the favorite. It's up around 25% odds that he will be the nominee, irrespective of when he announces. And then the question is, who's nipping at his heels? Who's behind Trump in the race?
And that's what's so interesting, because it may appear that he doesn't want to file for 2021, but as we're well aware of with Trump, he tends to be impulsive, right? And let's say the Republican Party throws its weight behind someone, right? Let's say DeSantis, because he's doing well outside of Trump. And let's say in 2022 or a little bit after, Trump decides to file that he wants to run. So it's very interesting to see how the dynamics can shift midstream.
Right. So the political calculus, I believe, by the Republicans is there's no percentage in looking to be running against Donald Trump in the Republican primary. There just isn't a center of gravity of the Republican Party among primary voters in the key primary states to support someone taking a run at Trump's position if Trump should win. It's possible that the calculus is that Trump won't run again for a variety of reasons, or that if he runs, it'll be a different political environment. But these, this measuring, reading the tea leaves is always very interesting when it comes to who else is considered a possible nominee by PredictIt traders at this point, and what odds do they give these other candidates? Clearly, the number one is Trump, but right after Trump, at 25% to be the nominee, is Ron DeSantis of Florida, who comes in at 19%. That's interesting, right? If it's 19%, and then the next candidate behind you is Kristi Noem at 11% odds, or Nikki Haley, the former governor of South Carolina and UN ambassador, at 10% odds. So there's a gap between Trump and DeSantis and then the rest of the field. And other people will come in the rest of the field. But for now, it looks like it's really, people are gonna wait to see what Trump's gonna do. Trump announced he's gonna create this separate social network to offset the fact he's banned from Twitter. And that's gotten a lot of attention in the last 24 hours. But overall, don't expect a lot of shifts in Trump to run or Trump to be the nominee.
Interesting. Appreciate the insight as always, John. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks, and thanks for joining me. I'm Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq.
Thanks, Jill.